I'm excited you're joining me for this mini because I know you're dying to know about this one.
Am I?
Yeah, you are. Yep.
Wow, I'm rattling through the Rolodex in my brain, being like, it could be anything, really.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm someone who's just hungry for knowledge.
Yeah. Especially about this.
Yeah.
Alix Cooper, host of the biggest women's podcast in the world, just signed a $125 million deal with SiriusXM.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
We're available. Alix Earle, 25-year-old TikTok star with millions of followers who can sell out an eyeliner just by holding it up to the camera in something called the Alix Earle effect. Alix Earle had a podcast with Alix Cooper's podcast network. She doesn't anymore.
Oh.
And for over a year, they've been subtweeting and sub-reposting and liking of comments. And in the past week, the rumoured feud all kind of popped off on TikTok. And I think we need a Just the Gist mini on this because although these two women look exactly the same and are both called Alix, they are in fact two different people.
Oh, okay.
And this feud is like everywhere across pop culture news and gossip. So today I'm giving you Just the Gist mini of the Alix Cooper versus Alix Earle feud.
Wow, I know nothing about this.
I didn't think you would.
Am I going to get in trouble for not being able to tell apart two women named Alix? Okay,
because
good.
I know Alix Cooper because of
She's famous.
the podcast. I don't listen to that podcast. I see clips of it all the time because she interviews famous people all the time.
Podcasts are overrated as well.
Call Her Daddy is her thing. Yeah, and podcasting, who cares? And then I had no idea who Alix Earle was.
Okay.
I just saw and I would normally not have any interest in any gossip about either of these people, but it's been everywhere and it's been a bit juicy and passive aggressive.
We love a women in media feud.
Yeah, we do.
Women in media feud.
Women in media feud.
Game on, moles.
Game on, moles. Here we go. Welcome to Just the Gist Murder! The mini version of Just the Gist, the podcast where I, Rosie Borderland, tell entertaining stories about anything and everything, but just the gist of what you need to know to impress your friends at a dinner party. Minis drop today on Wednesday, and regular episodes drop on Thursday, and bonus episodes drop on... What day do they drop?
On
Tuesdays, if you're a member of the
Gistna Club.
Okay, let's get into this.
Let's do it.
This is just important, current news. I can't think of anything more important to talk about in the current news landscape than the Alix Cooper versus Alix Earle feud. But I kept seeing it everywhere, and I was like, I need to understand what this is. And because I did it, I thought, well, all of you shall now also know.
And that's what the joy of this podcast is. You bring us stories that we don't know, that we wouldn't necessarily been exposed to before.
And
this one would have gone way over my head.
Yeah.
I
think this is one that, like I said, it pulled me in just because I kept seeing it everywhere. And there is some juicy bitchiness. But I think a lot, I'm not sure how many of our listeners would be super across this.
Yeah. Can I ask a question? Is Alix Earle the person? Because I know that when Call Her Daddy started, Alix Cooper started with another co-host. Is that Alix Earle? Or is that a different person altogether?
No, so Call Her Daddy started with, I'm going to go into it.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to give you just the gist of it all.
Oh, good. Oh,
I've got
awesome.
it all here.
Okay, cool.
I'm essentially going to give you just the gist of Alix Cooper, just the gist of Alix Earle, just
fantastic.
the gist of the feud.
Oh, great, because I know nothing here.
Yeah, and so then when you're seeing this in the news, you'll know. And more's coming because one of them threatened to do a video that she hasn't done yet, so we're waiting.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're currently waiting for more bitchiness.
I'm looking forward to being invested into the story.
Yeah, okay. So Alix Cooper, she is the 31-year-old creator and host of the Call Her Daddy podcast, and she also founded in the last couple of years the Unwell Podcast Network. She's currently the highest paid female podcaster in the world. Like I said, her Sirius
Are you second?
Yeah. Yeah, her deal's worth $125 million and mine is second.
Yeah, second.
That's why we're sitting in the spare room of our apartment in our studio made of Temu furniture. So in 2018, when Alix Cooper was 25, she started a podcast with her roommate, Sophia Franklin, called Call Her Daddy. It was like they said they called it Call Her Daddy because they wanted to talk like men talk about sex. And so it was kind of the two of them, like just two very hot women in their 20s, talking all about the sex they were having and dating and men. And Alix called it at the time women's locker room talk.
Yeah.
And Alix Cooper from the start had a real genius brain for marketing. Like she knew how to position this podcast. She knew how to market it. She knew even saying things like it's women's locker room talk, like she knew how to make it work. The podcast exploded. It started getting 12,000 downloads pretty quickly an episode, sorry. And in 2 months, it went to 2 million downloads.
Wow.
An episode. Yeah. That's crazy.
That's huge.
Yeah. So Barstool Sports, which is like a content sort of production company in the US, very blokey, bro-y kind of content. It's run by a pretty controversial guy called David Portnoy. They see Call Her Daddy blow up and they're like, we've got to sign them. So Alix Cooper and Sophia are signed to a $75,000 a year deal, but they have download bonuses involved, and there's also like merch to sell, all that kind of deal, like their own kind of partnership deals to come up with. Apparently in the first year of the podcast with Barstool Sports, they're both making $500,000 a year each. But at the end of the 3-year deal, when it came time to renegotiate like the new deal for Call Her Daddy, this was in 2020, apparently Sophia wanted to look out of Barstool Sports, like to other places, because she thought there was more money to be made. Alix Cooper kind of saw the long game. They were offering them more than the $75,000 a year plus bonuses, but they probably weren't offering them they just weren't offering them as much apparently as Sophia thought they should be getting.
Yeah.
Alix kind of saw the long game though and was like, they had basically promised them, we'll give you X amount for another 2-year contract or whatever, and at the end of that, you'll own all your IP and everything, and you could so I think Alix was like, it's important for that reason. So
what did they do before they started the podcast?
They were just like college, like they finished college and they were just
like, we're just
roommates.
college roommates. So we're going to start a podcast talking about our lives as college roommates.
They were just two random girls who started a podcast. Yeah.
You just can't predict it, can you?
No, and it was like Alix wanted to start the podcast and she asked her friend Sophia to be on it with her. And then it just went from there.
That's crazy.
But I do think it had a lot to do with Alix.
She had the riz?
She had the riz and she knew, and she had the brain for how to market it. Like she was good at it. She knew how to like put it all together as a product.
Yeah. And already now she's like, no, we need to get our IP. That is very, very valuable.
Essentially it was like, I'm not going to, this is just the gist, so I won't go into the intricacies of like the contract disagreement, but essentially Alix was like, just put in the time and at the end of like whatever the time limit is, we get ownership of all of this. And then Sophia was like, no, I want to leave and try and make lots of money somewhere else.
Okay.
And apparently Sophia had a boyfriend who worked in media and he was like, yes, you can get more money somewhere else. Like, look at your downloads. There's more for you out there. And Alix was kind of like, I think we should stay loyal to the, whatever. And and there was a big disagreement. Yeah. And so in the end, Alix Cooper decides to take the deal. Sophia kind of like says, well, I'm not doing it. And I don't think she thought they'd call her bluff. And Alix Cooper was kind of like, well, go do what you want to do then. Like, I don't really need you. And so Sophia's out. Alix Cooper takes over Call Her Daddy herself, stays with Barstool Sports. Sophia it was a huge story at the time because it was like the biggest podcast in the world, like women's podcast in the world. And there was a lot of rumors about what went on. Sophia and Alix didn't talk again. Sophia started her own podcast, which it was clear once she left and tried to start her own thing that
the magic was with Alix.
The magic was with Alix.
Yeah.
Sophia's actually releasing a memoir this year called Daddy Issues.
Oh,
So
excellent
we'll have
title.
to do it just to just when that comes
Excellent
out.
title.
Yeah.
I love a memoir with a really kind of
Yeah.
a really biting title
Yeah,
to it.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love it.
But I mean, once they split ways, Alix goes solo with Call Her Daddy, and I think Sophia maybe thought, good luck to you without me, but it just became bigger and better than it had ever been. She pivoted from talking just about sex and raunchy stuff in our 20s into sort of talking more about just herself and things she was interested in and like mental health and all other kinds of stuff because she started dating someone full-time who's now her husband. So she was like, I couldn't really keep talking about that. Like I was growing up as
You say she started dating someone full-time?
Well, yeah, like as in she started.
wasn't a part-time dating someone?
Well, yeah, because now in the US they're like dating and it's not exclusive,
okay, yeah,
and then
yeah.
she started dating one person.
She increased her hours.
full
And she's
time,
may as well go full-time.
and
get more leave.
so she wasn't dating lots of different people that she could talk
see.
about
Yes,
anymore on
yes,
the podcast.
yes.
I'll let you know when we're dating full-time. Yeah.
Thanks.
Not quite yet. And so, it just wasn't what she was talking, wasn't her life anymore to be talking
Yeah.
about that stuff. So she started transitioning into talking about other stuff. And it was really good. It was just her on the microphone and it was like people loved it. They came with her. And then she started interviewing more and more people and the show got more and more popular. And then it became sort of what today. Like she interviews the biggest celebrities ever. Her show has kind of become the thing that celebrities want to do. It's like top of their list when they're promoting something. You want to go on Call Her Daddy. It's almost like now celebrities are lucky if they get to go on the show rather than she's lucky to book them.
Yeah.
She's had like Kamala Harris, Michelle Obama, she just hosted the Miley Cyrus Hannah Montana 20th anniversary.
Oh, okay, yeah.
She interviews everyone. In 2021, she signed a $60 million deal with Spotify, which was the biggest ever woman-led podcast deal ever at the time. In 2023 is when she launched her whole network, the Unwell Network, and that's basically where she was going to release other podcasts under her network. In 2024, she signed a $125 million deal with SiriusXM, so that's for Call Her Daddy plus anything on the Unwell Network. In 2025, she releases the 2-part documentary Call Her Alix, which we watched together.
I didn't watch that, no.
No, you sat and watched it with me. Bits of it. I remember.
I don't remember. Okay, continue.
Clearly you found it interesting. And so as of now, 2026, Alix Cooper is kind of the voice, the leader of young women in podcasting. She is huge. She's it. She's the one on the cover of Forbes and Fast Company and she's the big time. Alix Earle. Alix Earle is 25 now. She grew up in New Jersey. I bring up her childhood just because her dad is a guy called TJ Earle. He's a construction magnate, apparently very wealthy, important person in New Jersey.
Magnet or magnate?
Magnate.
Okay.
I thought you say magnet.
Do you say magnet? I thought you said
Not
magnate.
magnet.
Oh.
Magnate. Okay. Magnet. Whatever. I bring up her childhood because this is just I remember this happening and I didn't realize it was this person. But in 2008 when Alix, and her Alix is with an I, by the way, so it's Alex
different.
and Alix. And they both look identical to each other in my opinion. In 2008 when Alix was 7, her dad TJ Earle, who in his position as a magnate, I guess that's the reason it was reported on in the news and stuff at the time, he was having an affair with a woman called Ashley Alexandra Dupre. And the reason this was in the news at the time is because he was kind of like a known person in New Jersey, but also because Ashley Alexandra Dupre was the escort, like sex worker at the center of the Elliot Spitzer sex scandal. So he was the governor of New York. He had to resign in 2008. After it came out, he'd spent like tens of thousands of dollars on sex workers, and she was one of the main ones.
Wow.
And at the time when the press was like looking into the story, they went looking for her, found out she was currently having an affair with this magnate in New Jersey. And so that kind of became a big news story at the time. But Alix's parents divorced after that happened, and he actually married Ashley Alexandra Dupre, and like that became Alix Earle's stepmom. They had a few kids, and she's still her stepmom.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like Pretty Woman.
To this day. Yeah. She was kind of like Pretty Woman. So Alix, with an I, Alix Earle, grows up, goes to University of Miami. In February of 2020, which was her first year at university, she started posting on TikTok, and it was just silly nonsense. The first videos of her and her friends like showing off outfits they made out of garbage bags. She's very thin and very pretty and very blonde, this girl. Not a lot happens because like COVID happens, so she kind of ends up going home and is posting random stuff. By like her next year of college, she has about 4,000 followers. But then in 2022, she gets quite bad cystic acne. Like she just starts suffering from really bad acne. And she doesn't really like – all of her content had been very aspirational and all about being really perfect and pretty and the perfect things she's doing and her perfect lunches and her outfits or whatever. But she decides she has to post a sponsored video for some skincare brand, and she's like, I can either post a video and I obviously have really bad acne, or I can just be honest about it. So the video she makes is like, I have to make this video and I feel like shit because I have really bad acne and I'm embarrassed and blah, blah, blah. And the video goes viral, and it's the first time she had done something where she was being like real and not aspirational, you know, that like relatable and not like perfect.
Pretty girl has acne.
Yeah, pretty girl has acne. And so after that, she pivots her content to more like
she thinks awesome.
Relatable stuff, relatable for her. And she starts doing Get Ready With Me videos, and she kind of ends up becoming the Get Ready With Me girl. And in the videos, she just is getting ready, doing her makeup and just talking about her life, her friends, what's going on. It's very stream of consciousness. She has a lot of fans. And so there may be fans of hers listening to this. But in researching this story, I am of the opinion that she's not particularly smart.
Yeah.
Like she's a very blonde, thin, pretty girl who's 25, and her content's just very like, and then we went to lunch and I really liked my lunch, and then I got acne and I think people just really liked that I was being really real and that like I like, you know, I may be famous on TikTok, but I'm just like you. Like I get pimples too. Yeah. Like to me, there is not a lot below the surface there. But to be fair, I've only watched stuff to research for this episode. There may be more there. But apparently,
and it's fine if there's not.
Apparently she very much pivots, like, because people have talked about how she's become astronomically famous. And apparently it's because she kind of perfectly pivots the line between aspirational and relatable. Like she just has managed to like nail that perfectly in a way that other people haven't. Like at the end of 2022, something in the algorithm starts working for her after this acne thing, and when she pivots her content, and she gains like 2 million followers in a single month. So she goes from 4,000 followers, this small-time college girl, to like massive. And she kind of becomes the it girl of TikTok. Like I had no idea how famous she was. Like, cause that's not my universe, but she's like hanging out with Selena Gomez and Miley Cyrus, like, and they're all inviting her to their parties because her whole thing is like, get ready with me while I get ready to go to X. So then it becomes a sort of big marketing thing for brands and celebrities to like, invite Alix Earle to your thing because she'll do a video getting ready to go.
Going there.
Yeah. So like, you know, Selena Gomez flies her out to place for a rare beauty launch because she's a person who, you know, like, and then like Drake flies her somewhere for a concert. So she's getting ready to go to a Drake
It's
thing.
so nice to be flying
and like,
somewhere.
I know, yeah. And also they start saying that she has this thing called the Alix Earle effect because whatever products she uses sell out just immediately. She'll be like, I'm going to this party, get ready with me. Here's this Charlotte Tilbury bronzing wand, bam, sells out.
Isn't it amazing how the power and the influence these influencers have? Like a 25-year-old kind of blonde pretty girl who just kind of finds a niche and suddenly is like having kind of like such consequence to people making money.
And that's the thing.
Crazy.
It's like I say I don't think she's very smart. I mean, just the content that she posts, to me, it's like there's not a lot below the surface. I have my opinions on why her podcast didn't work because I suspect that when she had to just sit down and talk for 40 minutes, that would probably have been a struggle for her.
But in terms of short format stuff, and again, you wouldn't be the target. I mean, we're neither of us the target market for it. But in terms of short content that kind of like hits that point, fills that niche, she has been smart there.
Yeah, and like she, you know, whether she lucked into it or whether she cultivated it, the Alix Earle effect made her a serious marketing commodity. By 2025, she has 7.7 million TikTok followers, 12 million combined followers across Instagram and TikTok. She gets put on Forbes 30 under 30, the Time Top 100 Creators list. She's on the first ever digital cover of the Sports Illustrated swimsuit magazine. She goes on Dancing with the Stars and it comes second to Robert Owen.
Oh, that's who that was.
Yeah. See, I didn't know who that was.
I didn't know that was either.
Like, okay. Okay, so
I mean, she was never going to beat Robert Owen.
No,
like he was.
I mean, although
he's Robert Owen. If
I had known who she was and how famous she was, I would have thought there was more of a like. I just was always like, oh, he's going to win. But if I had known about her, I would have been like, oh, she could win.
If he wasn't cast, she would have been.
She would have won.
She would have won. Yeah.
Okay, so the feud.
Okay, so two big successful women in media.
Yes, in media.
In media.
In media.
Women in media.
Women in media.
Okay, the set is the set is staged.
The set is staged.
The stage is set.
The stage is set.
The stage is set.
Rewind to 2022. So Alix Earle's kind of on her way up, big deal. Alex Cooper is, you know, building her moguldom, and Alix Cooper follows Alix Earle on TikTok. Alix Earle gets so excited about it. She says that Alix Cooper is her idol, loves her. And in 2023, Alix Cooper launches the Unwell Network. And as part of the launch of the network, one of the big announcements, one of the big things they're launching is one of our very first podcasts that we've signed and are developing is a podcast with Alix Earle. So the press release at the time says, Alix Earle took the US by storm with her Get Ready With Me videos, college lifestyle, and endearing personality. I feel honored to be at a place in my career where I can pass along knowledge and advice for a new generation of creators to flourish. So this was a big deal. Like when Alix Cooper launched this network, you wanted to be on it. It was a big deal. So September of 2023, Alix Earle launches her podcast called Hot Mess with Alix Earle with the Unwell Network. She goes on Call Her Daddy in an episode called Alix Earle's Secrets, Sex and Scandals. And Alix and Alix seem really close. It's a cute episode. Alix Earle's really excited to be given an opportunity. Alix Cooper's really excited to have offered it. They look identical. They get along. I don't know. It seems fine.
And do you think that's something Alix Cooper sees, maybe a bit of herself in Alix?
I think that's why she did it. Yeah. And I think Alix Cooper as well is very smart in recognizing opportunity in producing content. Yeah. She has that brain. Her and her husband, she's now married. Yeah. I think they're married now, maybe still engaged. I don't know that much about her, but they have this, they've launched a huge production company as part of the Unwell Network, and they're producing content that, she seems like she understands what's going to make money. Even to a point where people have thought she might be a bit ruthless. She copped some flack recently because she has launched this show called The Winter Games, and it's like a reality show produced by the Unwell Network that's just all reality stars taking part in game competitions and stuff. And one of the stars on that show is the dude Taylor Frankie Paul's Dakota.
Oh God.
And the show launched even after all the Bachelorette stuff happened, and a lot of people were they'd made the show, there was all this money in it, blah blah blah. But what could they do? But other people have been like, no, she shouldn't have.
What is this show? Is this a network TV show?
I don't even know.
Weird.
It's somewhere.
But even just Alix Cooper, understanding that she's aged out of that.
Yeah.
That university culture, and is almost I can see something in Alix Earle where I can pass the baton. Onto her to produce
she's
that
not doing
content.
that kind of content anymore. Yeah. It's smart.
Yeah, it is.
So for a while it seems good. The podcast, it does very well. The week it launches, it knocks the Joe Rogan Experience off the number one spot.
What's it called?
Although Hot Mess with Alix Earle. Although, it's that's what happens when podcasts launch because subscribers knocks you up the list and everyone's subscribing in the first week, so it doesn't stay number one. Yeah. You're looking at me smiling like that's why we were number one. Shut up.
Hey, we were still number one.
We were still number one. So, I did some digging because I said to you, I'm not sure she'd be entertaining on a podcast just from the content of hers I watched. I saw some reviews of it that were this podcast isn't about anything. It's kind of it was one of those podcasts where someone was like, oh my God, if you just put a microphone in front of me, I'm so entertaining. It'll be such a good podcast. And I think that's what it was. But she was very used to only doing 3-minute videos, whatever, TikTok limit. And, I read a lot of stuff that said it wasn't excellent. They very quickly pivoted to a second season in which her sister came on as a co-host, I think probably because she needed one, but that's just, again, I never listened to it. This is what I read. I don't know her. I'm not a fan. I might, if 13, 22, 52, 60, if you're a fan of Alix Earle and listen to Hot Mess, let me know. So everything seems okay. But then in February of 2025, it's Super Bowl weekend and the Unwell Network is throwing a big Super Bowl party at the Super Bowl. This is where it gets all... Then she said, and then this person, and then that person. This is where it gets into
wonderful.
That. Alix Earle is in New Orleans, going to the Super Bowl apparently because her then boyfriend Braxton Berrios is playing in the Super Bowl.
Braxton Berrios is such a fun name.
So she's there. Her boyfriend's playing in the Super Bowl. The Unwell Network is throwing a Super Bowl party, but Alix Earle does not go to the Unwell Network's Super Bowl party. And everyone's like, why not?
Yeah.
Because that's weird.
Unless she got invited to Oprah's Super Bowl party.
She was not at any better party.
No, okay, interesting.
So fans notice straight away and people are all a titter in the places they go all a titter in the threads and the places that I don't really know.
Yep, threads.
Threads.
That's where the cool kids are hanging out on threads.
Yeah. No, not threads. I mean Reddit threads.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Forum, Tattle Life and all those things where people talk about this nonsense.
Yes.
A few weeks after Alix Earle did not go to Alex Cooper's Super Bowl party, it is very suddenly announced. A press release is sent out from the Unwell Network saying Hot Mess with Alix Earle has been dropped from the Unwell Network.
Oh.
And kind of we wish her all the best.
We wish her well.
We wish her well. And it's a big deal. The podcast does not, it just stops. Alix Cooper makes a point of saying in press releases we have Alix Earle is leaving us with all her IP, the right to everything. Good luck to her. Alix Earle but no episodes continue getting posted. It just stops. And so Alix Earle posts on TikTok saying there's been a lot of chatter online this week about me and work and I have no idea what's going on. and kind of like insinuates, I wish I could tell you why I'm not putting episodes up, but I can't. And then Alix Cooper says on TikTok, Alix not being able to podcast has nothing to do with Unwell. I don't know why she can't or why she isn't. Unwell gave her everything back. She owns her IP. She's free to continue doing Hot Mess with Alix Earle. So already it seems like there's two different kind of stories. Not long after this, in May of 2025, the Wall Street Journal does a big profile on Alix Earle, and she's asked about the Hot Mess podcast and what happened. And she says, not a lot, except that was behind the scenes a little bit of a hot mess. Cute. So in August 2025, a fan comments on one of Alix Earle's TikToks, tell us what happened with Alix Cooper. And Alix Earle replies in the comments, how much time do you have?
Ooh.
And so then there's just a chatter galore.
Yeah.
The Reddit threads, the forums, all of that where people who care too much about things and go and chat, they're going off. There's a lot of rumors about like Alix Cooper like being ruthless and not treating people well, or Alix Earle like, you know, being talentless and once she had to talk for more than 3 minutes couldn't do it, or Alix Cooper saying she wanted to help her but then getting jealous that she was the younger, hotter version. It's like she's 5 years younger than her and they look identical. She's fine.
And if neither of them are like giving information, the fans, the community will just fill that space with stuff.
Fill the void.
Like they will just fill the void.
I mean, the thing that's happening here though is from the moment Alix Cooper and the Unwell Network dropped the press release saying it's been dropped, it's over, Alix Cooper didn't say anything after that, but Alix Earle keeps like liking people's comments and dropping little breadcrumbs. And until, so after Alix replied in that comment, how much time do you have? Alix Cooper is on tour doing her Unwell live like show. And Alix Earle had danced to Britney Spears' Circus that night on Dancing with the Stars. And so Alix Cooper put up a little reel like of that night at her live show, and she set the reel to the song Circus. And the caption of the reel was, how much time do you have? Because we could go all night, wink face.
Very clever.
So that so Alix Cooper finally clapped back after months and months of Alix Earle like dropping little silly passive aggressive breadcrumbs or whatever. So that was when everyone was like, they're feuding. Something's happened. Something went wrong. Like what's gone on? So that brings us to the past like couple of weeks. On April 9, 2026, Alix Earle reposts a TikTok video, and this TikTok video is just from some random TikTok creator. She's called the Bravo Mum, so I'm assuming she just is a mum that watches a lot of Bravo. Dream life, to be honest, except for the mum part. And in this video, it's a bizarre video in which this woman, the Bravo Mum, just really hates Alix Cooper and is just like going off about her. What she says is so random, but Alix Earle reposts this. So I'll just read to you what this woman says. She says, I would honestly compare Alix Cooper to an ambulance chaser. Like, you just had the most horrific accident of your life. You're hanging on by a thread, don't know if you're going to make it, and she's the first one there. She's a grim reaper. She wants to get the exclusive interview. She wants to be there when you're vulnerable and you're broken down and you're ready to sign over the rights to your life. She's profiting off of women's heartaches and failures. That's not girl power. And so Alix Earle reposted that video, and that's
unhinged.
That is not what Alix Cooper does. Like,
no,
I don't really have an opinion on Alix Cooper. I don't listen to the show. I'll watch clips of it if there's a celebrity on there that I'm interested in, but like, she doesn't really. People want to go on her show because it's such a big deal. So it was
Bravo Mum's been watching too much Bravo.
Yeah, Bravo Mum's been watching too much Bravo. It was just like a very intense thing for Alix Earle to repost that video because it was really mean, calling her the Grim Reaper. Yeah. So She reposts it, no commentary, no comment, just reposts it. TikTok loses its mind. They're like, look what Alix Earle just reposted about Alex Cooper. And then she leaves it a few days, but a few days later on April 13, Alex Cooper finally responds after what's been now a couple of years of Alix Earle liking comments, dropping little remarks. But then I think when she shared this video and the internet went crazy, in a way where they were like, well, Alex Cooper must be an effing bitch. Like she must have done something so bad for Alix Earle to be this angry. And so Alex Cooper responded. She just did a video in which she kind of called her bluff.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to play it for you now.
Please do.
Are you kind of into this?
I'm so into this now. I'm like,
I know.
I started as kind of jokingly how into I was going to be, but I'm just gotten more and more into it. I'm like,
okay.
Oh, what happens next?
So here's Alex Cooper, who just seems like she's got the shits with this now.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you guys know I don't usually address this kind of stuff because it feels like a waste of time, and honestly, it's embarrassing to participate in this, but I am obviously seeing the videos, I'm getting tagged, I see the DMs, I see the comments. So at this point, it just feels long overdue. Alix Earle, hey girl. Yeah. The passive aggressive reposts and the likes and the commenting on things, I gotta call you out here. You're gonna need to get specific and just say what you gotta say about me. Mm-hmm. There's no NDA. Mm-hmm. No one is stopping you. Mm-hmm. Stop hiding behind other people and just say it yourself. What's the beef? Because I'm really tired of waking up and seeing you using this fake drama to distract from other shit going online for you. Not interested. I know what happened, and so do you. So talk. Unless the fake narrative that you're creating happens to be way more interesting than the truth. I have nothing to hide when it comes to you and me. So, unless you actually have something to say, I'm out. This is over. Have a good Monday, everyone.
Game on, moles.
Game on, moles. Guys, I need to tell you, James's face during that was like, it's like his mouth was open. He was wrapped, enraptured.
You can watch my face on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, you can. Oh, yeah. So, okay, let me go back to my notes.
That was
here.
amazing. That's a power move.
Yeah,
that's
just
a power move.
Bring it. And it also makes Alix Earle seem like an idiot, childish.
And in the video, Alex Cooper's slouched down the couch.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't even have the effort to sit up properly to support my own body with this.
Yeah.
This is how little this shit means to me.
But also just being like calling her, just going, I'm not afraid of what you have to say because I literally know nothing bad, so bad has happened that whatever you say, it's not gonna look bad for me. So stop alluding to something bad having happened and just say it. Say it with your full chest. Stop this nonsense, right? And so she posts that. Alix responds in the comment section the next morning. Alix Earle responds. She reposts Alex Cooper's video and responds, okay, on it, exclamation mark. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. 3.
Yay.
So Alix Earle then posts her own TikTok the next day. But this TikTok is interesting because it's not filmed in TikTok format. TikTok is portrait on your phone, right? Mm-hmm. She posts this TikTok that's obviously been filmed
landscape
for another, not by a phone. It's been filmed, it's different footage that she's just posting on her TikTok.
Okay.
And it is footage of her being woken up. She's at Coachella with her friends and her friends are waking her up in the morning after their first night at Coachella. And her friends and her sister climb into her bed, wake her up and show her Alex Cooper's call out video. And Alix is kind of squinting, looking at it like, what the hell? And so like, and then she watches Alex Cooper just be like, just say it. And then Alix Earle goes, okay. And then she looks to her friends and goes, well, that just literally made my whole day. And then she put in the caption, shout out to my friends for knowing I would want this moment captured. And so that's kind of where things landed. After that, another girl, and here's where things get just like he said, she said, they said, high school. Another girl called Brianna Chicken Fry LaPaglia enters this whole thing. She's another Barstool Sports podcaster who used to work with Alex Cooper and Dave Portnoy, and she writes she posts a TikTok, where she says, I was a fan of Alex Cooper before I knew the wrath of fucking Alex Cooper and what she does to people and how she treats people. She says that she's friends with Alix Earle. Alix Earle told her everything that happened in the 2 years since the Super Bowl. She won't elaborate any further though. She says it's not my story to tell. But then Alex Cooper jumps back on Instagram and she's like, I don't know this chicken fry person. And she says, I've messaged with her 4 times, and she puts the text messages, and they're all really nice between them. Like this chicken fry girl's like, I admire you so much. Apparently Dave Portnoy told you I didn't listen to your podcast. I don't want you to be annoyed. I think you're the best. And Alex Cooper's like, Dave's an idiot. Don't worry about it. You seem lovely. Like, what? It's just an innocuous exchange. Alex Cooper's like, I don't know why she's jumping into this, but I told you I have nothing to hide. Here are the messages. And then, Dave Portnoy at this point then jumps into the whole thing. And he says there's been a lot of rumors going around that this whole thing started because Alix Earle, when she was signed to the Unwell Network, got offered the chance to be in a Super Bowl ad for Carl's Jr. burgers. Mm-hmm. Remember the sexy ad that Jessica Simpson did where she was eating the burger and she was in her bikini? Yeah. It was kind of like a redo of that ad. There were rumors that Alex Cooper wanted that ad and that Alix Earle got it. Yeah. And Alex Cooper was then pissed off and uninvited Alix Earle to the Super Bowl party because that ad was airing during that Super Bowl. And Dave Portnoy told everyone this and then was like, but that's not true. So I think he was just loving that this was just, getting all this attention and whatever.
But Alex Cooper is super famous, super successful. Why would she care about being in a Carl's Jr. commercial?
Dave Portnoy then posted his own screenshot of a message where Alex Cooper said to him, you could, what did she say? If I had a gun to my head and $10 million in a bag, I would not have wanted to do that Carl's Jr. ad. You're walking around in a bikini with a burger. On April 15, 2026, so a few days ago now, Carl's Jr., someone in their marketing department is a genius, they get in on it all and they release an official statement to TMZ. They say, while there seems to be plenty of beef circulating online lately, we promise ours is the juiciest. Alix's authentic style was the perfect fit for our campaign. She's the best in the business at post-game recovery, so it was a natural fit. Smart, because it was an old Super Bowl ad. Yeah. And then April 19th, so 20th yesterday as of we're recording today, Alix Earle posts a TikTok of herself doing a pole dancing class, and it's set to the song You Don't Own Me, and the caption is, sorry, been busy filming this week, because she promised to drop a video about
what's going on.
Yeah, answering Alex Cooper's call out, give the details.
Here are the details.
And then she just she hasn't posted anything in over a week since Alix told her to do that. And then she posts a video of her pole dancing to a song that says You Don't Own Me and still doesn't say any details. And so
because
that
she
is
doesn't
literally
have details potentially?
Yeah, that is literally the last thing the last thing that's happened. Maybe something else will happen, but here's what people think most likely happened. Like, it's probably not that. Like Alex Cooper said, nothing's happened here. You own all your IP. You haven't signed an NDA. And can I just say, when you leave a major production podcast network with all your IP and you don't have to sign an NDA, wish I knew what that felt like.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun. I mean, for Alex Cooper to give her IP, which she didn't have to do because it sounds like she developed that podcast with the Unwell Network. So for Alex Cooper to give her IP and not make her sign an NDA indicates to me that Alex Cooper's doing business well, right?
Yeah.
Fairly. What most people say they think happened is that probably a couple of things. Alex Earle wasn't great at podcasting, so it probably wasn't working. Also, Alix Earle doesn't need to podcast.
Yeah.
She is huge in other ways.
Yeah.
She was getting offered deals like this Carl's Jr. commercial. She launched her own like skincare business to do with acne, which was perfect given her history. She was doing all this other stuff. And if she wasn't that great at the podcasting thing, and what people like with her is like face-to-face, close, intimate videos, and she's better at it being short-form content, maybe it just wasn't working.
Yeah.
And either she decided to step away because there were just more lucrative opportunities elsewhere, or Alex Cooper decided it's not really working and you have more lucrative opportunities elsewhere. I suspect Alex Cooper and and the Unwell Network made the call, and that's why they were generous enough to give her the IP and not make her sign an NDA, because it's like, you've not been very good at this.
Yeah.
We're sorry it hasn't worked out. Please take it. Like, we're not going to keep any – like, that's what I suspect. Like, if Alex Earle screwed them over by just suddenly going, I want to leave because I can make too much money elsewhere, that's when you'd be like, well, you can't have the IP.
Exactly.
We helped you make it kind of thing. So I suspect she just wasn't very good at it. That's truly me speculating. But then she's since announced, Alix Earle, because she wasn't dropping any more episodes of Hot Mess with Alix Earle, she's since announced that Hot Mess with Alix Earle is not going to be a podcast, but it is going to keep going as like a YouTube show, because she has in the last year started YouTube vlogging, which is like longer videos than TikTok videos. And she's essentially just been vlogging like all day, every day, a lot.
Yeah.
And essentially she's basically said, we're not really sure what Hot Mess with Alix Earle is yet, but we're filming everything. She has a camera crew with her all the time, and it's going to launch as like a reality show about her life.
Yeah.
Which explains why when she put up that video the morning of her waking up and her friends saying to her, Alex Cooper's posted, and the video was in
landscape.
That's because it was filmed by proper cameras.
For YouTube.
As a TV show rather than TikTok content. And so I suspect, I mean, when I heard that as well, I was like, well, that fits into what I suspect too, because Alex Cooper's right. Like, she's drumming up publicity. And when she reveals her side of the story, it's going to be in the premiere of her new YouTube show.
Absolutely.
Hot Mess with Alix Earle.
Absolutely.
So I think that's what's happening.
This drama is just orchestrated, fabricated drama for attention.
Yeah. And
That's what it is. I mean, I wish it was more than that. I think
that's all it is. And I think it was a power move by Alex Cooper to just be like, say what you, come at me.
Yeah.
Because Alex Cooper would know she's launching a TV show.
Yeah.
She wants this to be the big event that's going to get people to watch the first episode.
Yeah.
Like, she's essentially using her and this like beef that isn't really real, and in the process making people assume things about her, like that something happened that did. I don't even know, but like, I think Alex Cooper was just like, can you stop with this? Like, either launch your show or don't, but like, stop.
It's a bit of a dog act though, to like, for someone to like bring you in, develop a show, didn't work out, you let them go, and then you kind of like badmouth them sneakily for like years after that. I think that's like poor form.
I mean, the fact that this rumor about the Carl's Jr. thing got out makes me think that maybe Alix Earle thinks that's something to do with it. Like, she strikes me as someone who would find it very hard to understand that she's getting dropped because she's not very good at something. Like, I think in her mind it would be like, no, she was jealous of me for getting a Carl's Jr. Super Bowl commercial. And it's like, I suspect maybe she just wasn't very good at podcasting, and Alex Cooper is excellent at podcasting and also is trying to build a stable of shows at her network that are going to have longevity and last, and she wants to develop talent from the ground up. And even though Alix Earle was hugely famous, she had just gone to college, graduated like a year earlier, and was a TikTok star. Like, Alex Cooper was helping develop her as like talent in which she had to prepare content and produce like more produced content. Maybe I just think maybe she just wasn't that good at it, and Alex Cooper and the Unwell Network dropped her.
Yeah. I think that's most likely what happened.
And I mean, that is my theory, having not known anything about this a week ago and having researched this for the last week, put it all together, and then I looked at it every which way and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's just what's happened.
Wow.
So that is just the gist mini of the weird feud between Alex Cooper and Alix Earle.
A tale of two Alexes.
A tale of two Alexes, whom I promise you are different people.
That's incredible. That's incredible. God, the media landscape is so bizarre, isn't it?
Isn't it funny how something can be so central to so many people's lives and they care about it so much and you've not even heard about it?
Yeah. And the money that's in podcasting in the States is crazy. I wish. One day, perhaps. It's just insane.
Who can I feud with?
Insane.
Yeah, I can't see. But I will say people love Alix Earle.
Yeah.
She has an incredibly loyal, strong fan base who from what I've seen, are women a lot like her, like pretty conventionally attractive, pretty kind of popular, cool women who like yoga and activewear and influency stuff, and look to Alix Earle as someone who is as about relatable and quirky as they are comfortable with a woman being.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the kind of girl who is like, oh my God, can you believe that I almost finished this whole burger?
Yeah.
And they're like, what? And I'm like, like.
I had a family feast the other day.
So, she is they find her relatable because she is a bit more like revealing of herself and a bit more like what's the opposite of like perfect? You know what I mean? Like
Imperfect?
No, like as in
Flawed?
she kind but like Alix Earle has this thing where she's kind of like real and shows her real self and isn't afraid to look silly, but her level of that is like, can you believe I ate 3 pieces of pizza? Can you believe like I accidentally put in this hair extension instead of this one? Or like, that's fine. To those girls, that feels like a revelation in terms of how much she's willing to not look perfect all the time. So she does have a really loyal fan base who think Alex Cooper's a massive biatch.
Wow, okay. Yeah.
So who knows?
Who knows?
And then with the thing that happened with the initial Call Her Daddy with Sophia, people are like, well, Alex Cooper has a history of like leaving, like casting women aside. It's like maybe she's just good at what she does and some people can't keep up.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
Yeah. That's business.
Like, I
it's
just
business.
think,
like again, it's gender too. Like
It's gendered too.
men make these decisions in business
Yeah.
all the time, and no one's like, it doesn't turn into like some kind of like social media kind of war, people writing books about, like it's just
It's
part and
gendered
parcel
too,
of the way business works.
But I do think often when this kind of business stuff doesn't work or falls apart or whatever, it's usually quite boring.
yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it's usually quite a boring explanation. It's just like they didn't enjoy working together, or one person just didn't really work out, or, it's like from what I've gathered from all of this, it sounds like it was pretty, and I think that's why Alex Cooper was like, this is not as interesting as you're trying to make it. Say what you think happened, because I can guarantee you it's not that bad because I was there.
Yeah.
And I think she called her out, to be honest, because she's like, you know what happened was you got fired because you weren't very good. I think, but we'll see. Okay.
Okay.
I'm so, guys, having not known who Alix Earle was a week ago, I'm so interested. 13, 22, 52, 60. If you know who she is, if you're a fan of her, if you know way more about this than me, again, apologies, this is just a gist. I explained it as well as I could, but like, explain to me why the conclusion I came to might be wrong. I don't know. That's just the conclusion I came to from looking at it objectively as someone who doesn't know a lot about the whole thing. I came in with fresh eyes, and that's the conclusion I came to. If you think I'm totally wrong, I want to know why.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Please do. I'm a little bit worried about our YouTube version of this because sometimes the comments on YouTube get a bit like a lot of Alix Earle fans or Alex Cooper fans kind of like
really?
jumping in. Yeah.
Bring it.
I mean, our last Gypsy Rose episode
Bring
was
it.
like unhinged in the
Was
conversation.
it? I never look at the comments. I shouldn't. Getting my start in women's media over a decade ago, it was trained into me.
Yeah.
Don't read the comments.
I guess what I want to say is Alix Earle, Alex Jones, they're both successful.
Not Alex Jones.
Who's
Alex
Who's
Cooper.
Alex Jones?
Alex Jones is that crazy guy who says that Sandy Hook was a conspiracy.
I'm cutting this.
Oh, no, keep that in. That's really funny. That shows how little you know about all of this. Guys, we don't know about any of this.
Alex Cooper, both successful women, both very good at what they do.
Sure.
Alex Jones,
Crazy separate
crazy,
thing.
different person apparently.
Crazy different separate thing. No, bring it. Come to the comments, guys. I don't know anything about this. I did my best. I approached that objectively. I'm looking into the camera right now. Bring it. Maybe being in a feud is what gets you $100 million podcast contract.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could handle the stress.
No way.
God, remember Taliban?
We're not going there
Influencergate?
again. We're not going there again.
I can't go there.
We are
cannot handle the
risk adverse
stress.
to any level of feuding at all.
I'd rather be poor and not feud with anyone. That's why I'm not rich.
But honestly, you look at some of the. I don't want to say it's exclusively a women's media thing, but a lot of the time people who have podcasts do feud with other podcasters, and that's kind of like going back and forward. Like
that's
how
the
it kind of
podcast
works.
ecosystem of the podcasters who don't have a structure to their show. We tell stories about things like retell stories from history or whatever. Other people do movie recaps, or other people do But there are the podcasts where people are just talking about themselves and current pop culture nonsense or whatever, for example, they all just end up talking about each other.
Yeah.
All those Bravo people, from Vanderpump Rules, Sheena Shea has a podcast, Katie has a podcast.
Lala has a
podcast. They all have a podcast, and then all their podcasts just end up getting – the content is, well, last week Shayna said on her podcast, blah, blah, blah. And then Shayna the next week is like, I heard Lala responded to my podcast episode well. And then that's their whole ecosystem. There are podcasts in this country that their ecosystem is just talking about the feuds and the stuff that's going on for them. It's bizarre.
And it's almost like if there is a difference of opinion, it's looked at like, oh, wonderful, we can – jump on this.
Mate, I worked at Mamma Mia. I'm telling you, that's the business plan.
Wow.
Oh, it is if someone has written a column one day in the Daily Telegraph or something, and you're at a morning meeting and you're like, oh, I read this thing that ex-journalist wrote for the Daily Telegraph today, and I kind of disagree because I just think he didn't really think it'd just be write it. Don't think, go and write it.
Yeah.
If you have a disagreement, or a difference of opinion with any public opinion that day, oof, exciting.
You write it and you go hard.
Yeah, write it and go hard. That's what we were
crazy.
encouraged to do.
Oh gosh, you and I are the
then
opposite.
it was also even when the podcasting started, it was if an episode was going to be recorded and it was just current pop culture stuff, it would be hey, this is the opinion of the host on this thing today. Does anyone in the room have a different opinion to that? Because you want and that, but
Yeah.
I'm not saying this in a derogatory way. Like that is how, if you are doing a podcast in which you're just people talking about current news or opinions and stuff, it's entertaining through disagreement and contention and like debate and stuff. So like you're encouraged to do that because that's what keeps the ecosystem going.
Who can we have a few?
I mean,
with?
in my second book, Every Lie I've Ever Told, I wrote an entire chapter about why I left not just Mamma Mia, but that media world entirely, because I said it felt like I was part of a fast food opinion machine.
Yeah.
And it was just relentless, never ending. So-and-so said that on Sunrise, so you wrote a column responding to that. Then someone wrote a tweet responding to you. Then someone did a radio segment responding to that tweet. And then the person originally on Sunrise responded back to you. And then you're going to go back and respond to the tweet. And and on and on and on and on.
How exhausting.
It is. It was.
Yeah.
It was awful. I'm so glad we just tell dumb stories about penises on arms.
And women having relations with dolphins.
And and then I'll bring you just the gist of this dumb thing, but then I won't ever think about this again. I'm just giving you just the gist of it, like as a public service.
Yeah, we have no beef with you, anyone. Anyone out there? We have no beef with you.
We have no beef with anyone, guys. Truly. All right, I love you.
I love you too.
Bye, guys. Bye.
See you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you for listening to Just the Gist, a Just the Network production. Executive produced and hosted by me, Rosie Waterland. Produced and edited by James Joseph with additional production support from JTG team Kate Lever and Hayley Stavely and Acast legends Guy Scott Wilson and Simon McDermott. Looking for breaking news? It drops on the Just the Gist Patreon every Tuesday, along with a whole lot of other bonus audio, video, and behind-the-scenes content, which you can access for just $1, $1 a week by clicking the link in the show notes or searching Just the Gist Podcast on Patreon. Follow Just the Gist on Instagram and TikTok at Just the Gist Podcast, and watch the video version of every episode on our YouTube channel, also at, funnily enough, Just the Gist Podcast. Follow Rosie, that's me, in all of the places at Rosie Waterland. Want to give us a suggestion? Tell Rosie to stop singing so much? Email us at hello@justthegist.com.au. Thank you, as always, for listening. Now go say something impressive at a dinner party. Bye.